Hey everybody, Drilling in the Name of here. And if you happen to watch until the very end of my last video, you'll know that I finally installed Elden Ring. Now I've never played a From Software game before, and I haven't experienced gamer rage like this since I was a little kid. The frustration began pretty much immediately when I noticed in the tutorial that all of the game controls were being given to me with Xbox buttons. Now I am very stubborn, so I spent the entire tutorial trying to guess which key corresponded to each Xbox button without much success. So we need to fix this, and I'm sure you know what that means. Before we continue, know that I am using a gaming mouse with a mouse 4 button, which we're going to need for this setup. Anyway, I found the device for on-screen prompts in the third settings tab, which we will change from game controller to keyboard and mouse. Then I took a look at the key bindings, and what in the actual F? I mean literally. No wonder I couldn't figure out how to jump. Next you're gonna tell me I have to take my hand off my mouse to change items. My god. Well, we definitely have our work cut out for us, so let's get started. First, let's deal with this F as our jump key business. I don't know if they just don't expect us to ever jump to our right, but that's crazy, and we're gonna unbind it.
Next, scroll down to the bottom where we're going to change the event action or use key to our newly freed F. Then go back up to the top, unbind space from the dodge function, and move it to its more natural position as the jump key. We'll change crouch to control for the same reason. Now let's deal with these switching keys. We'll change sorcery to 4, item to 3, right-handed armament to 1, and left-handed armament to 2.
This obviously gives us quick and easy access to all of our items and weapons without having to move our hands from where they are.
Next, I like having the lock-on key as mouse 3, but we need a better way to change targets as I don't think the mouse does a very good job of this. To do this, we'll assign Q to change target left and E to change target right. This is a much more reliable way to switch between multiple targets.
And lastly, our right hand is not doing a whole lot, so we're going to give it one of the most important jobs in the game.
Scroll back up and assign mouse 4 to the dodge function. This feels way more natural than it may seem, and I adapted to it really quickly. And overall, I think this setup does a great job of spreading the workload.
This also interacts really nicely with the pouch once you start collecting items.
The slots correspond to these numbers. The way I have it set up, holding F and hitting 1 will call torrent, F and 2 pulls out my telescope, and F and 3 pulls out my lantern. This makes for a quick and comfortable way to access items rather than having to scroll through your 3 key.
All in all, this setup made the game a lot more enjoyable and accessible for me. However, I am certainly no authority on Elden Ring, so I'm going to go back to Deep Rock where I belong. But I thought maybe this would help some people where I struggled, and it was nice to talk about something different for a change. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or improvements, because I can certainly use all the help I can get in Elden Ring. One final note, Masnothis hit a little snag with his schedule, so he'll be releasing his Scout Mobility Guide next Friday. Until then, cheers everybody.